You are now listening to episode 15 of a self help podcast where we focus on lifting each other up and counting our blessings at the same time. We are your hosts. Hey, I'm Mia.
I'm Kiosha,
And
and this
this
is
is
Crazy
Crazy
Beautiful
Beautiful
Talk.
Talks.
So I want to start this episode out by giving a shout out to our Cray
Cray
Clan.
Clan.
Super excited about this episode. We are creating ourselves, queens. With this, we always start off with the quote. In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. Life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. A girl should be two things: who and what she wants. Coco Chanel.
I love that because it's just like you can be just like when your parents, when you were little, they be like, you could be whoever you set your mind to be. That's who you can be. You really can. With you got to change your lifestyle, do all those things. But if that's truly what you want, you have to create yourself. What do you want? Like sit down and think about it. Like what type of person do I really want to be? Like I understand like who you grew up with, your family, you got to stick by certain rules and certain stereotypes, whatever. But when you're out on your own, okay, now there's people who work in taking care of their kids, taking care of themselves. When you're truly out on your own, that's when you can start creating yourself because that's when
Yes.
can't nobody tell you nothing. When I left the nest, nobody could tell me anything. Okay, girl.
No, nobody should be able to tell you anything. Create the best you. I say this all the time. Be you, be beautiful, be everything you want to be.
Yes.
We're excited.
Snaps for that.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to start off with 4 questions. Okay, these are questions. You ain't got to write them down. This is us to dig deep in your mind, for you to dig deep and figure out these answers because they're really important. Okay, where do I want to be in the next 1, 5, or 10 years?
That's big. That's a big difference.
That
I
is
mean,
okay. So, where do you see yourself in 1 year, Kyo?
in a year, I see myself on a bigger platform with Crazy Beautiful Talks. I see our merchandise line blowing up. I see me in my brand new house, and I see me in my brand new Jeep.
Hey, okay. Where do I see myself in 1 year? I mean, I'm pretty much gonna mirror that. Like, I see Crazy Beautiful, expanding our Cray Clan, expanding our merchandise, expanding our, areas, okay? I want in a year, I feel like we are going to be bigger and better. We're learning every day with the support of y'all. We are
Yes.
learning and we are growing. And I'm just so happy because last week we started to get a whole bunch of people sharing our videos and I see the numbers going up and I just pray that y'all just keep on supporting us. Okay.
Thank you.
With that being said, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself further off within this, of course. I see us actually with a property, our own space where we have our shipping, our merchandise, and everything. I see myself married again. I do.
Ain't nothing wrong with
I
that,
see.
girl.
I see me and my husband starting our new future and traveling, and my kids thriving and their businesses thriving.
Yes, I see myself married. I see myself with a little one.
Two twin
Oh,
girls.
right. I see my son in some type of sport, thriving in school with friends, and I don't see him. I see that. I see a beautiful house for myself. I see myself having a degree or two. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'll be happy in 5 years if
Yes.
that is all there. Okay, now where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, our company will be so far along that we will just be overseeing. We will be making that residual income in our sleep. We will have people that we depend on and we that are reliable that will run our company and we oversee it. We will have other businesses that stem off from Crazy Beautiful Talks podcasts. I will be traveling the world with my husband because all of my kids will be in college or off doing their own world. And hopefully I will have a couple of grandbabies.
Oh, yes. Okay. 10 years, yes. I feel like it's the same. I just want to keep thriving. I just want to keep building. And, it's just those simple questions just to get your mind in motion. Like, I see the same things you're seeing. I see our business just taking off, and maybe our grandchildren or our children will, take over our company where we can be able to travel, girl. I want to travel and go do Crazy Beautiful Talks and
Around the world.
around the world. Yes. So everything starts with a dream, and we are putting our dream in motion. I can feel it. Okay. Question number two. Where will my life be in 1, 5, or 10 years if I continue doing what I am doing today? Now, that's a different question, even though it might sound the same. It's like, when do you make that switch? Like, if I continue to not go for my degree, if we just stop, well, what we're doing today, we're still pushing forward. But I'm saying, if we just settled for not elevating, and we're actually taking classes to be life coaches, and what if we didn't want to elevate and we just stayed the same? No, you have to push forward. So what were you going to say? I know you're going to say it's a different question.
No, yes, it's a totally different question. If we continue doing what we are doing now, then we will achieve and we will get everything that we are dreaming of. I'm not stopping until I get it. So there's
Girl,
no other
there's
choice.
no other
Like, I'm
choice.
literally
Right.
not stopping until I get what I want. So, yes,
I
that's it.
agree. I agree. So that's for the people who, yeah, you answered the question, like, what do I want? Where do I want my life to be? Yeah, wanting and actually doing are two different things. You can want all you want, but you actually have to get up and do it
Yes. Are you taking the steps right now to
right
make
now.
your dreams come true? Are you taking the steps right now to manifest everything that you say you want? Are you?
Ask yourself. Number three, what am I grateful for?
I am grateful that I woke up today. I'm grateful for all of my children. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to do what I want to do. I'm grateful that I am a free human being and I can create who I want to be.
Yes.
What
I
are you
am
grateful for?
grateful. I'm grateful for waking up this morning. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my loving relationship. I'm grateful for having him so I can pursue my dreams, and having that love and that backup and that support. It really makes me want to, pursue my dreams. Like we said in like the last episode, if you have a loving relationship, I think we asked, what's more
Important,
valuable,
your career, your
your
love.
career or a loving relationship? And I answered it like I wanted to, like, having a loving relationship, that relationship will make you want to be someone better, and they will
Yes.
support you. And yes, so that is what I am grateful for. And of course, my loving family for supporting me too. Y'all need to listen up more, but it's okay because we're going to be big. But anyway, question number four. What are my values, and am I being true to them? Mm.
Okay. So this is a very hard question, and I have to think on this still. I I know what my core values are, which is family and being a better self, being better myself, trying to always be loving and loyal and faithful and a good friend and a good mom and a good sister. Those are my core values. Now, of course, there's other values, but I would really have to sit back and think. And I feel that I'm being true to them. I feel that I've been hurt a lot in the past, but regardless of how much hurt I have taken, I still try to be good Kiosha. I try to be nice all the time, and I try not to take what people have done to me and make it fester in me so that I'm not me, if
Right.
that makes sense.
I get what you're saying. But core values have nothing to do with attitude and all of that stuff. Like, I feel my core values are I respect my elders. I do that. Check. I don't be cussing nobody out. I don't be disrespecting nobody older than me. I don't do that. I take care. My son is home with me. I take care of him. I feel like that's part of my core value. Um, like Yosha said, I'm loving. I stay truthful. I don't lie. I feel like that's part of my core value. Whatever, I try to stay truthful, however blunt I have to be. Sorry if it comes off a little attitude-ish, but I think I tell the truth, and that's part of my core value. Um, yeah, like you said, I got to think some more, but I feel like I do stay true to my core values. I don't like pedophiles. If I heard you talking about molesting kids or whatever, that's not part of. I don't want that in my circle. I don't care who you are. Bye, deuces. So I feel like that's part of my core values. And yeah, I mean, yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I do honor my core values. What exactly does creating yourself mean? When we tell you to create yourself, we mean become the person you have always wanted to be. Finding yourself means that person already exists. The hard work you put in to try to find that person has already taken place.
As we were doing some research, we came across this great website called addictedtosuccess.com. Now, it read, for many of us, to consciously create yourself at any moment is a foreign language. All we know is how to routinely survive through life by first living and then followed by making a life. How many times have you heard someone say that can't wait to get off work? They can't wait to go on vacation, or even they can't wait until an event happens so they can feel alive again. Why is it always we're waiting for a special moment to finally seize it? What about right now? How can we enjoy this very moment that is occurring? How can we make this moment and day just as exciting as our next vacation? It all starts with our conscience.
I like that. It kind of takes me to like older people. You have to start listening to them because they live life and they say, well, I'm still learning day by day. And if I was you, I would do this back, live your life now. Don't wait till you get older because it could be too late. I mean, you old, your bones probably out. You can't do what you wanted to do, or whatever. It's like, yeah, I love that. You got to live now. Live for the now. Find your purpose. Find something to look forward to. Like set goals. If you set goals, that makes you want to live. That makes you want to live for that and keep going and achieve those goals. That's why we say vision board. Write it down. Make to-do lists. It makes you look forward and it's written down so you can't hide from it. You can't push it back in your mind. It's all written down.
I have to agree with that. We have to seize every moment of every day. I remember a couple of episodes, I don't know if it was last episode or a few episodes ago, we were talking about our trip and how we anticipated about it coming up and how much fun we were having and how much fun we were going to have. But we want to seize our lives every day. Like today, I was excited because I got to get up this morning. I worked overtime, but then I was
All
excited
week.
because we were getting up to record. Later, I get to go see one of my best friends. So every day I'm trying to live life. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. This day we're recording, but tomorrow's Mother's Day. And I'm excited for tomorrow too. I'm excited for Monday. We have to try to seize every moment of every day that we live. And I know it's hard. It says in there, how can we enjoy every moment that's occurring? It's a mindset. Go back to Mindset March. And I want you guys to listen to that because it's a mindset on how to enjoy every single moment that we are living.
Yes, and it's also being grateful. You have to be grateful for what you have and look forward to it, you know, in the little things. We probably repeat ourselves, but it's really that
Yes,
simple
it's that simple.
about living a healthy and loving life. It's really that simple. So it's going to feel like we keep repeating ourselves, but we're trying to get it in your
Put it in
brain.
your mind.
Addicted2Success.com has 3 simple steps for creating your best self. Okay. So step number 1, every day visualize the end result.
Yes, that goes with manifesting what you want, visualizing what you want, seeing what you want. When I said before, again, we're repeating, I literally visualize myself on the top of my 2-story house on my balcony, sipping tea or drinking wine. I visualize that every single day.
Oh, yes.
You have to visualize where you are going, where you want to be in order to create you.
Yes, I agree because that's also like the vision board. That's there for you too. But you need to have a mental picture in your head. So when that time when you don't want to do something like, oh my God, I have to do homework like every day and it can get overwhelming. But I just picture myself like, okay, oh, if I finish this and I finish this class and I get my degree, this is where I could be, you know, making my own money, doing this and doing that. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to keep that mental picture. Just pick 1 or 2, whatever helps you, or have that vision board. My vision board is right there on my wall when I come out the bathroom. So every time I look at it, I'm like, okay, this is what I am doing this for. This is what I'm working so hard for. Everything. Okay. So yes, I love that step.
So this reminds me of another quote. And it said, envisioning end is enough to put the means in motion. Dorothea Brand.
Envisioning the end is enough to put the means in motion. I like that because it feels like if you can see the end. Okay, you ever been in math class, right? And your math, I went to pre-calculus, okay? Our teacher would give us homework and he would give us the answer. Yes. And it was like, okay, why are you giving this the answer? And he's like, well, I want to see how you got there. How did you get? We all know the answer. Like you can go in a calculator and get the answer. I don't, I want to see, do you know how to get that answer? And you would do a math problem and you could get an answer and you could think you're right. So you just move on to the next problem. But if you do that math problem and it's wrong, then it's like, hold on, I got to start over. I did something wrong here. You know what I mean? So I feel like it just breaks down your goal once you know where you want to be, and it helps you figure it out because it breaks down and it brings all the pieces together for you.
I love that analogy. He gave you the answer so that you know you have to keep trying until you actually get there. I love that was a good step, teacher. Okay.
He was a cute teacher too. He was at Eisenhower High School. I forgot his name. I want to say Mr. Matthews, but I watched a show that had a teacher like that, so I don't think.
Boy's World.
Yeah, Boy Meets World. I don't think it, but he was cute. Okay, go ahead.
Number 2, spending 10 to 15 minutes psychologically traveling into the space of my desire.
That's kind of like meditating.
Yes.
And it's like instead of clearing your mind, you take yourself to where you want to be and you live your life. You walk around and you just put your head in that space. I love that. Yeah. I do that a lot sometimes. Like, oh, I am not here. I am in the Bahamas,
Yes.
girl.
For real, Bahamas, Dubai, like somewhere tropical, Puerto Rico.
That's why I just pictured myself there today. I was cleaning. I was like, hold on, because I can see us up in Puerto Rico getting it. I have to text you like, we got to go there.
Don't worry.
See myself
so
there.
I'm so ready.
See, it all starts with seeing yourself there. I saw a picture of somebody on Instagram there. And I was like, shoot, I could be there. I look cute right there where she at.
Sure do.
I was like, I want to go to Puerto Rico. So boom, look, my mind is already working. I already looked up flights and all of that. But so let's move to step number 3, the final step. Feeding your mind the right thoughts. Thinking of our minds as gardens. Ooh, I love that. Didn't someone post, or I think I posted it, you pour into me. I think it was pertaining to friendships. Yeah. So it was like, you pour into me what I pour into you, and then we grow as a family or a friendship. But I can't grow if you're not pouring nothing into me, and you can't grow if I'm not pouring into you. So, I love that. What do you think of that?
I believe that too. If we're watering ourselves with the right things, if we're feeding ourselves the right nutrients and feeding our bodies fruits and vegetables and not putting bad things into us, we can live an awesome life. Like, we can literally live an awesome life if we just nurture ourselves and give ourselves sunlight and give ourselves just
love,
everything.
attention, affection, the right foods. It's a lifestyle. It really is a lifestyle. So it's like plants. They can't grow if they're not getting fresh water, getting sunlight every day. It's an everyday thing. You have to expand your mind, expand your horizons, expand your love for people every day, not just once a week, twice a week. Every day you have to work on yourself. Every day.
Yeah. Now, why is it time to stop finding yourself and start creating yourself? Freeletics.com asks, have you ever looked at your life and wanted to be someone else, somewhere else, or doing something else? We all heard how important it is to find yourself from time to time, to set aside the stress of everyday life and rethink what you really want. But when it comes down to making those changes happen, it's not about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself.
Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Without a whole lot of hard work, you will never really become the person you want to be. Of course, it's not easy, and it's for sure hell not comfortable. You have to put way more into it, okay? But in return, you'll get way more out. The most important thing is that you find your own way. We aren't here to follow each other's routes on the map. We are here to create our own, to choose where we start, how long it takes us, how fast we travel, and most importantly, our final destination.
It's the experiences we decide to make on our own that helps us create ourselves. When we go off track and start forming our own route instead of following in the footsteps of others, these are the moments that we define ourselves. Be someone who reminds you, Be somebody who reminds everybody of nobody. Be brilliant. Be the first. Be interesting. Be unusual. Be an expert. But always be better than yesterday and never as good as tomorrow.
And never wish it was easier. Okay. Always wish to be better. Don't aim to be different. Go out of your way to be unique. If there is no one criticizing you, it means you're doing something wrong. Ooh, I like that. And if people say you're crazy, mm, that, wait, that what you're doing is, okay. And if people say you're crazy and what you're doing is impossible, then keep doing it. Chances are you're on the verge of something amazing. Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
Stand out. Don't blend in. Show. Don't tell. Don't apologize if you aren't sorry. Work hard at your job, but harder on yourself. Find your passion and make it what you're known for. Be yourself at all times and achieve something that surprises yourself every single day.
Your future is a work in progress, waiting for you to create it. It's time to run from what's comfortable, forget safety, live where you fear to, destroy your reputation, create yourself under your terms, under your vision, because we are with you every step of the way. Cray Clan.
So, this brings us to the question portion of our day. In the next 30 days, what are you going to do different to start creating who you want to be?
I feel like I've already started, but I feel like I need to get back into my self-help books. Like I get new ones, so I be forgetting about my old ones, but I want to get back into where I started, like I want to go back to what really made me want to get into self-help. I want to um, look into our certificate more and so we can complete that. And yeah, I want to start looking into creating my best self and best in this business to help build this business because we are the speakers. So I want to make sure we can give y'all all the right details and we are here for you guys. And I just want it to be perfect. So that's what I'm going to start doing.
And me personally, I was talking to my cousin this morning, and I'm a very positive person, and a lot of negative things, worldly things, give me anxiety. And she was explaining to me that I have to be aware of the worldly things in order to be the most successful in the world that I'm trying to impact. And I guess I'm going to start digging into that, even though, I'm fearful. But it said, unless you're uncomfortable, you're not moving anywhere. So I guess I'm about to get real uncomfortable so I can make sure that I create my best self.
Yeah, and like our mom used to always say, pay attention to your surroundings.
Yes.
Like, see what's coming at you, see those people, see their attitude, see them for who they are. Not saying you always have to kick people out because you find out who they are. You just have to move accordingly,
Yes.
So protect your space and see the world, from a bubble and really analyze these people around you. So
yes,
I agree
definitely.
with her.
Definitely.
Okay, so question number 2. Is it right to let your past or genetics define you?
No. So many people say, I came from the projects, or my mom only did this, or my dad only did this, or my family only do this. You know what? Right now, I'm telling you today, I will either be the first or second millionaire in my family. I don't know if it's between me and my sister. It depends on what hits our account first.
Right.
I will be either the first or second millionaire, billionaire in my family. I am not going to let what happened. Not my family's good. My family's good. We got doctors, we got teachers, we got people.
Okay.
But
speak for one side of my
okay.
one side of my family. Okay.
We got people, but I refuse. And a lot of people cripple themselves and put a crutch on their lives and say, I can't do this because this is where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that, or you cannot create who you want to be. If that is your mindset, you will never get to where you want to be. Mia, what do you think?
Oof. Just hearing genetics define you. If I let my genetics define me, girl, that's
Girl,
a whole nother episode, okay? Because yeah, my dad, his side of the family come from the streets. Okay, when I say the streets, baby, I mean the streets. They still on the streets. Okay, so I try to not even let that affect my life. Like I know I'm aware of it. You always have to be aware of where you come from and where your family comes from and where you
yes,
know. But I don't let that define me. You know what I mean? So I do not let my genetics and my past define me because if I did, I'd be one of these. I'd be for the streets, girl. I would be really
yes,
for the streets.
yes.
So
No, you're
no,
right.
I do not. I like Kiosha said. I actually try to use that to motivate me. I want to be. I'm not going to be the first one to graduate on my mom's side, but I would be the first one to get a graduate college on my dad's side. So it's two different cities, but you know what I mean. Our family on my mom's side, they're pretty good. They good. You know, we got some degrees. We got some lawyers, and we got
Yeah,
some.
we've got degrees all of it in there.
But I really want to elevate my family on that side, and sometimes you do get backlash when you are not living like them and you choose to elevate yourself and all of a sudden you become you better than that, you act like you
Yes,
better than that. No, I don't act like I'm better than y'all. I just know where I can be and I can elevate myself, and I want to elevate you as well. We're blood, so it's not like, oh, I'm just going to be elevated. No, I'm bringing the name with me. So
yes.
yeah, I and you shouldn't let your genetics define you either.
Never,
No.
never, 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 never.
Mm-mm.
So let's end this with a question for our viewers. Are you your authentic self?
Mm. Think about it, okay? Truly think about it. And you can answer this question on our Facebook page, Crazy Beautiful Talks, or our private group page, Crazy Beautiful Talks. Now, that's a private group, so you're going to have to answer some questions before we just let you in, okay? Our next episode will be on being your authentic self. Will the real you please stand up?
And
Okay, I hope you will join us with another episode
episode
of
of
Crazy
Crazy
Beautiful
Beautiful Talks.
Talks.